This is Goku7DBZ, and welcome back to Top 10 now on Call Weekend. So it may be either Saturday or Sunday when I do it. This time also, again, Saturday. Today I will be taking a break from Music List, which I'll be doing in another one next week, which is going to be my personal Top 10 favorite, or rather, in my view, Top 10 underrated pop songs or pop songs you should check out. Now this week will be my personal Top 10 favorite original Xbox games. So let's get this started. And I hope you enjoyed the music selection I made. First, honorable mentions. And they are, first, a roleplay/puzzle game, which is good if you like to use your brain. And trust me, some of these puzzles can be pretty difficult, and the artwork is beautiful, the backgrounds are amazing, really good for the time period when this game came out. It's called Syberia. Awesome game, exclusively released only on Xbox of home console, and also released on PC. Coming at number... Also, honorable mention, Robotech Battlecry, based on, of course, the amazing anime series. Very little to anime, the art style is well done, and it's just generally a fun game. If you're a fan of the anime, take my word, you will definitely appreciate this game. Also, Myst 4 Revelation, another awesome puzzle game. This series has become infamously well known, definitely among PC gamers, though some of them were also released for Microsoft, so one of the reasons it's on here because it's a lot of fun. Next, honorable mention. Known for having good and evil choice system from BioWare, which will become much better well known in the future, but you can see a lot of elements in this game that later would be added to Dragon Age Origins. And the game is called Jade Empire. Fun game. Last honorable mention, Halo 2. A lot of people have Halo 2 ranked their favorite, but for me, I'm not the biggest, multiplayer fan. I prefer single-player storylines. Single-player storyline isn't bad in Halo 2, but I preferred the first one on the original Xbox. Coming in at number 10, produced by Sega. This would be the third installment in the series. The first two would have, of course, been released on the Sega Saturn. Interestingly, skip the Dreamcast. Of course, those being Panzer Dragoon Zeit, if I'm here correctly pronounce it. And this is, at number 10, Panzer Dragoon Orta. Great, amazing on-rail shooter game, just a lot of fun in general. If you have an original Xbox or Xbox 360 or so, definitely, if you get the opportunity, buy Panzer Dragoon Orta. Fun, and the price range on the game is actually reasonable. It hasn't skyrocketed in price like its Sega Saturn counterparts. It's pretty affordable. For the most part, you can probably get it between like $10 to $20 range on average, so it's not really expensive. Coming in at number 9 is, personally, in my top, maybe my second favorite of the Mortal Kombat series, if not favorite. Definitely in the top 2. And coming at number 9 is Mortal Kombat Armageddon. And I liked the Xbox version of this game more. I think I liked the controller for that game better over the PS2 controller. Plus the original Xbox version was a little superior port-wise, but the original Xbox did tend to have usually more superior ports because it had stronger hardware. Coming in at number 8, also from BioWare and from LucasArts. Coming in at number 8 is Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, which is an awesome and fun game, and it's definitely easily in my top 5 favorite Star Wars games of all time. No doubt on that. But I genuinely just love this game. And it's a lot of fun if you like good RPGs, plus the the choice system. Of course, this would be the game that would introduce us to the character Revan, as well as Darth Malak. And really would start the entire world of the Old Republic era, which is awesome. Coming in at number 7. Produced from Team Ninja. And that is the now more or less infamous fighting game franchise, of course, DOA. And coming in number 7 is Dead or Alive 3, which is a lot of fun and graphically is gorgeous and is actually aged rather well compared to a lot of other 3D fighters of that same time period. And it was exclusively only to the original Xbox. And a lot of my favorites on here are exclusives, obviously. Coming in at number 6 is a game I've done a lot of playthroughs as of late, of course, of. And coming in at number 6 is Capcom vs. SNK 2 EO, which is a heck of a lot of fun game, and I love overall the gameplay, very enjoyable. And I love you have the selection EO mode or AC mode, AC being the classical style of normal Street Fighter games, and then EO mode, which is a little different. It was sort of a gimmick, I guess you could say. It was an idea to help get newer people into the games, which is smart, but it also does come in handy if you're facing a tough boss like God Rugal or Shinakuma. And coming in at number 5, again, exclusive, and produced by Sega, which you might as well just call the original Xbox the Sega Dreamcast 2, because that's really what it is if you look at a lot of the exclusives from Sega on it. And coming at number 5 is Jet Set Radio Future, which of course I recently did a review play, or rather a playthrough / review of the gameplay. Very enjoyable game, and just a lot of fun. And of course the soundtrack is awesome. All the music on that game is just really enjoyable and definitely energetic and pumps you up. And the animation style is just gorgeous. And because of the animation style, it's aged a lot better than many other games of that same time period. And this was one of the games that actually sold me on buying my original Xbox. Coming at number 4 is also another one of my favorite fighting games of all time, from what I feel is easily one of the most underrated fighting game franchises of all time. And this is, coming at number 4, Bloody Roar Extreme, which of course also had a version, of course, also on, of course, the Nintendo GameCube, which was Primal Fury. But difference was, of course, as I mentioned before, they animate clips in the GameCube because of the limited data being mini-disc, but where Xbox had full CG video clips. And in general, it's a really fun game. I feel it's maybe the best game out of the franchise. Overall game mechanics, gameplay-wise, and everything in general, I think it is by far probably the best. Well, that / Primal Fury, in my view, is the best in the franchise. Though my personal favorite is a toss-up between it and Blade Roar 2: The New Breed. Coming in at number 3 is the second ever first-person shooter game I ever bought for myself. The first was, of course, 007 GoldenEye. And this was the second one. This is the one that showed me first-person shooters could actually have a good story to it. But, of course, later on it would leave the single-player story arc for multiplayer, which is sad. And at number 3 is Halo Combat Evolved. Just a lot of fun, and still to this day remains my favorite of the Halo franchise, easily. Because I like the single-player storyline best in this game. I like the characters, though I have yet to play Halo 4, and I'm planning on playing Halo 4 soon since I picked it up recently for like $5. But Halo Combat Evolved, still to this day, I on occasion play it. And it just goes to prove how fun a game it actually is. And with that said, coming in at number 2 is a game that would, of course, be released on 3 platforms, each with their own exclusive character. And when I'm talking about Soul Calibur 2, and of course, PS2 had Heihachi Mishima, GameCube had Link, and then Xbox had none other than Spawn. And one of the most awesome things about also the Xbox version is superior. If you get like a 4.3 or whatever screen, you could actually get 720 resolution, 720p. That's impressive for the early 2000s. Because we're talking about 2002, 2003 time frame. That's ridiculous for that time frame when most fine games on the other platforms were still 480p. While if you do that particular screen on the Xbox version, it was 720. So by far, very much superior to the other 2 ports. Once again, Xbox proved that it got the best ports from that generation. Coming in at number 1. Easily one of my top favorite games of all time. In my top 10 favorite games of all time for any console. And I'm going to quickly change the music. Coming in at number 1. Fable. From Lionhead Studios. And of course it would get a re-release on the original Xbox with extra content added in a DLC pack renamed Fable: The Lost Chapters. Which we would see that version released, of course, is Fable Anniversary Edition. Fable is a fun game. Most people tend to say that Fable 2 is the best of the Fable franchise. I can see where they're coming from. Size-wise, for the world, it is probably bigger, but this was the game that got me into the series in the first place. Got it. I remember buying this game back in 2005. I've had that game now for 11 and a half years. And I still play it on occasion, which says something right there. Keeping it for over a decade. Never train it in. Of course, hey, when I had the chance, I got Fable 2 and Fable 3 as well. And regardless of how some people feel, I like Fable 3. But Fable, the difficulty is great. And definitely, in my view, probably, for me personally, I would have to put Jack of Blades in maybe my top 10 best challenging boss battles I've had in any role-playing game. Period of all time. And Jack of Blades is an interesting character, too. He would definitely make my list and probably favorite bosses in video games I've ever fought. It's insanely difficult to survive that guy. You better be equipped with lots of will potion, health potion, so you can use your magic abilities. Because the best way I discovered how to beat him was using time slow. That was the best way. Also, another thing to give you an advantage, of course, Jack of Blade, you must have at least 9 resurrection potions equipped if you want to survive that boss battle. But anyways, I'll get ready to cut this vlog. Hope you enjoyed, and I'd like to hear what are some of your favorite original Xbox games. Please thumbs up this video, like, subscribe, follow me at twitter.com/GokuSunDBZ, as well as at Google+. Hope you enjoyed the music selection today. And I have 2 comic book reviews I'm working on over the next 2 days. And the first of those 2 reviews is going to be the Labyrinth Anniversary comic book review. So I hope you're going to enjoy that. I'm working on at least 2 or 3 videos involving video games, at least 2 more playthroughs, and I'm working on another review. As I said, well, technically it's going to be a gameplay through / review of SNK versus Capcom or SVC Chaos. First time ever playing it, so I'm going to be curious to see how it plays, since it's going to use the Kena Fighting engine. But we shall see. I'll see you all next time. Same YouTube time, same YouTube channel.